The Inspired Messenger Grand Slam Weekly is a once-a-week experience with industry juggernauts that can catapult your success. Why do most authors, speakers and life coaches fail miserably? Think about it for a minute. I'm talking about inspired messengers. People with inspired messages can change lives. They can even change the world. They have skills, training, dedication, special gifts. And they're trying to do what they're meant to do. They're following their hearts to do what they love. So why is it that 95% of all inspired messengers end up as inspirational dropouts, having to work at day jobs and never really fulfilling their dreams? I'm Janetta Barry, COO at ThankGodI.com, and we train, advise and publish inspired messengers from all over the world, from New York Times best-selling authors to newbies and everyone in between. But before I say more, I think it's important that I share a bit about our CEO, John Castignini. John's an author, consultant and speaker, and like you, an inspired messenger. In many ways, you might say John was a raging success because he keynoted internationally. He's led panel discussions with Reverend Michael Beckwith, was featured with the Dalai Lama in the Hollywood documentary Discover the Gift. He's held seminars with Dr. Wayne Dyer and Dr. John Demartini. And he's had a waiting list of prestigious clients who paid top dollar for his time. And yet when John first set out to build Thank God I into a viable business, he found that he was fresh meat for the business vultures. And I don't just mean the outright rip-off artists. There are lots of well-meaning business vultures who think they know more than they do. And it's amazing how easily you can be bamboozled by someone who mutters the right buzzwords. Talk about, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man being king. So, to make a long story short, John was shocked by how much misinformation was being sold to startups. After spending several $100,000 on informational poop, it became crystal clear why so many inspired messenger-based businesses ended up belly up. To say to you, if your calling's to be an author, a life coach or a speaker, you're probably not a true business type. I can't tell you how many times I've heard an up-and-coming inspired messenger say, I'm looking to find the right person to run my business for me so I can focus on what I love doing. Well, that's all well and good. The problem is, as John found out the hard way, you end up waiting and waiting and waiting as each right person comes and goes. Fortunately, John didn't sit around sucking his thumb on this. He was burning the candle on both ends, absorbing all he could about succeeding in business. But of course, the learning curve seemed daunting, like an endless swim upstream. John had been a highly successful consultant and speaker, but he felt like a buffoon when it came to things like packaging and branding, developing a website, the ins and outs of Amazon rankings, building and leveraging mailing lists, those government rules and regulations, licensing, record-keeping, customer service. The list seemed infinite. And for a while, we were worried that John's multitasking would completely overwhelm him. But sometimes a breakdown can turn out to be a breakthrough. And that's what's happened with John. Have you ever had the experience of being totally baffled by a subject, then suddenly something clicks in your brain and it all becomes crystal clear? Well, one day during his meditation, the words business way of thinking flashed into John's head. In every field, there are a handful of leaders, that 1% whose way of thinking sets them ahead of the rest. And so it is in business. And energized by this realization, John started to attract amazing business geniuses who became our mentors and friends, and eventually our JV partners. Two in particular, John Kramer and Bobby Bernshausen, whom I want you to meet, gave us a special one-up. So when we published our signature Thank God I series, we were total newbies. Yet, Thank God I hit #1 on Amazon and was featured on national media, including ABC TV and Huffington Post. So, what exactly is this business way of thinking that can catapult you to success? In a word, it's insight. When that light bulb goes off, it's because you've been given a great insight. Great teachers share great insights. Great insights ignite you. You'll be amazed by how much you can bypass the learning curve when you're around a great teacher's insights. And while that inspired messenger inside you lives to move people's minds and hearts, that sleeping business leader inside you lives to prioritize, organize, and delegate, to build efficient business systems and master the details of management. But how exactly do you choose your priorities? What is the best way to organize? How do you delegate? Inspired messengers tend to think big when it comes to their message, which is great. But at the same time, getting lost in the big picture can cause you to miss out on critical business details. It's my honor to share how you can live your big picture while making sure you wisely manage the crucial everyday business details. You see, the Inspired Messenger Grand Slam Weekly gives you one live session per month with book marketing maven John Kramer. John Kramer was instrumental to Deepak Chopra's early success, as well as the success of Chicken Soup for the Soul and many others. John is the author of 1001 Ways to Market Your Books. When it comes to book marketing, especially if you self-publish or market on the internet, it's safe to say that nobody knows more than John Kramer. It also gives you one live session per month with founder of Virtual Bookworm, Bobby Bernshausen. And Bobby has published over 5,000 different authors over the past 15 years. And what's particularly interesting, especially for authors, is that Bobby only really makes money when his clients sell books, and not by selling them overpriced marketing and setup packages like many of his competitors do. You also get one live session per month with Thank God I's CEO, John Castignini. John has the unique experience of having advised thousands of inspired messengers and being a highly paid speaker and consultant himself. John covers how to balance handling both the macrocosm and the microcosm, focusing on the inner work of being a business leader. You also get one live session per month with one of our special guests, including bio and story writing genius Lorraine Garnett, as well as top financial advisors, technology experts, and many others. So right now, you may not have a top quality board of directors or access to world-class CEOs, CMOs, CTOs, or CFOs, but now you can have access to some of the very best in the business. John Kramer, Bobby Bernshausen, and John Castignini have been paid thousands of dollars per hour for their time. So, the Inspired Messenger Grand Slam gives you direct, live, weekly access for a fraction of the price. It's the A to Z on how to build a successful, profitable business as an inspired messenger on a shoestring budget without wasting years and thousands of dollars. So if you feel inspired to evolve your business from a solopreneur to a streamlined company and a brand that's in demand, and establish yourself as a thought leader by becoming a top-selling author, gain access to the world's leading authority on book marketing, who has thousands of contacts and other resources to help you sell your book. Learn how to create a killer biography and become a stellar storyteller. Learn how to use technology with ease to brilliantly build your business. And make friends with and learn from the world's top digital professionals. Then the Inspired Messenger Grand Slam Weekly is a no-brainer. So what's the bottom line? You already know that you can pay a small fortune to the best in any field for their advice. Our interest is not in making the rich richer. Our interest is in helping inspired messengers to reach more minds and hearts. So that's why we've made certain that any leader who truly wants it can get it for only $37 a month. And it comes with a no-risk 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. We've taken out all of the risk because we're dedicated to your success. So how dedicated? When Laura Duxter first came into contact with John Castignini in 1999, she was struggling to find her voice, and John convinced Laura to fly to New York to attend one of the seminars.
John Castignini is a relentless stand for personal development and transformation. My first book, and now New York Times bestseller, I Love You More, was an answer to a prayer. It became clear that prayer led me to everyone and everything I needed to bring it to manifestation. Meeting John was clearly a part of that path, because through him, I've been introduced to some of the greatest teachings on the planet. They've been instrumental in helping me to create the success I have today. I'm eternally grateful.
We call Laura's 700,000 book sales a game changer, and we guarantee you that for these pennies per day, the Inspired Messenger Grand Slam Weekly will arm you with what you need to live your dream. In addition, if you order today, we'll also include for free John Castignini and my Stop Wanting Rich and Start Being Wealthy course, which is valued at $200, and it's a course in which you're visited by your ghost of money past, your ghost of money present, and your ghost of money future, so you can finally break free of your money patterns and change your destiny with money. Again, you get no risk 30-day 100% money back guarantee on this product. So click on the Sign Me Up button and congratulate yourself on a job well done. You just made one of the best decisions of your life. We look forward to your game changer. Welcome to the Equilibration Conversation.